I got into skydiving probably when I was at the age of 27. I've recently done around about 500 plus skydives now, and just on the weekend we did a wingsuit flight over the city of Newcastle on Sunday at about 20 past 9. Best day probably in Newcastle for about 6 months. So it was a great morning, great weather, great winds, and Skydive Maitland, they did a double tandem in there for 2 guys, and we thought we'd jump on board and try and get the first wingsuit over Newcastle. The difference between a wingsuit jump, of course you got wings, to a normal skydive. The normal skydive, a tandem we can say, is you've got a passenger on the front and they will fall straight down for around about 55 seconds. Whereas the wings, depending on the size of these wings that we've got, you can stay anywhere up there from a minute to 3.5 minutes easily, and you can do a lot of forward speed, so we can fly where we want to go. We're kind of like a bird. There's so many sports here in Newcastle that people don't think about that we do, and Sunday morning I think they were doing a fun run on the brewery, and here we were flying over the top. I was watching a ship come in, a coal ship into Newcastle. I'm flying over the top with a good friend from Sydney, and he was filming me, I was filming him, and we were looking over the city, and just, it was beautiful. Great, we got 2 minutes 10 seconds in the air. Then we opened under parachute and we were just curling around under the parachute, looking at all the sights. I watched the ship come in. I could see the people jogging along the brewery, and it was fun. We planned the jump and we jumped the plan. You don't go off the plan. You respect each other's how they fly, and you know what they're capable of and what they're not, and we try and fly to that. We don't try and do too much until we get really good together. We're like a team up there. We fly together, and just the surroundings are a great shot in itself. I can just press record on my camera, and wherever I look, I'm filming great stuff. And over the city of Newcastle, look at it, it was great that morning. So we'll do it again, probably next month. Skydive Maitland, they jump there once a month, and this one was for a skydive tandem for 2 guys, and we just thought we'd tag along, and we got a great day. Great 2 wingsuit, the very first wingsuit flights over Newcastle, which we couldn't believe, had never been done before.